Hi everyone, welcome to Eve Math Tutoring. Today's lesson is on factoring the difference of cubes and the sum of cubes. So if you're given the following and you're asked to factor something in this form, you can use the rule a plus b, a squared minus ab plus b squared. So that's how you would factor something in the following form. So say you're given something like this. That would be factored as a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. Okay, so that's the sum of cubes and that's the difference of cubes. So these rules always hold in mathematics. So say you're given, so we're going to do some examples of when you would use these rules. Okay, so you could be given something like the following. So you're going to be asked to factor the expression x3 plus 27. So if you look at this carefully, you notice that it is in the form a cubed plus b cubed. And I can see that by rewriting it in the following way. X cubed plus 3 cubed. I can write it in that way. And then from there, I can use this rule to factor it. So, okay, now you're not going to actually write this part in your solution. So I'm just going to make that a side note. So the solution starts over here because the question's asking you to factor. This is just in brackets, maybe say on the side, okay? So if you can rewrite it in this form on the side somewhere, not part of your solution though to your question, you can see that it's in the form a cubed plus b cubed, and in this case your a is equal to x and your b is equal to 3. Okay, so you just plug those into the equation there and you would get a plus b, so x plus 3, and then x squared minus x3, but you could just write that as 3x because we always write the number first, and then plus 3 squared, which is 9. So that would be your solution to this question right here. Okay, and this is just a side note here. This part here is just a side note. Okay, so that would be your solution. So, and the way you can remember these rules here is that if you have a plus in the middle, the first part is a plus b, and then the second sign is the opposite, so it's negative, and then the rest is plus. And then when it's a minus, the first part's minus, and then the other parts are positive, so that you don't mix the two up. Okay, so let's try a few more examples. So I'm just going to see something in the form. Say we're asked to factor something like 27x cubed minus 8y cubed. We're just going to write the rules here at the top. Okay, so those are the two rules. So if you look at this one, you want to factor something like this. If you look at it carefully, it is 3x cubed minus 2y cubed. So if you write it in that form, you can right away identify what your a and b are. So in this case, our a and b would be, so our a would be equal to 3x and our b would be equal to 2y. So now I can actually go ahead and factor it using the rule here, since I've got a difference of 2 cubes. And so that would just be 3x minus 2y, and then a squared would be 3x all squared plus ab, so that would be 6xy, and then plus b squared, which would be 2y all squared. Okay, and then if we just simplify it a little bit further, we're going to get 9x squared plus 6xy plus 4y all squared. So that would be your final answer. Okay? Yeah, so that would be it for that one. Okay, so we can do another example. Let's do something a little bit more complicated. So if you have a to the 6x minus 125b to the 3x. Now in this one, it is a difference of cubes, and we can see that by writing it in the following form. 2a to the 2x all cubed minus 5bx to the 3. So if you look carefully, if I cube this, I do get 8, and then a becomes 6x because we multiply the 2 and the 3. So that becomes a 6x. And if I cube this, I do get, it's 5 to the 1, so it becomes 5 to the 3, which is 125. And then b is to the x, so the x and the 1x multiply, and it becomes 3x. So you get that one there, okay? So when you, now that you know your a, so your a is equal to 2a to the 2x, and your b is equal to 5b to the x. So what you can do is you can go ahead and factor this thing. So it's going to be 2a to the 2x plus 5b to the x, so a plus b, and then 2a to the 2x all squared minus 2a to the 2x 5b to the x so 5b to the x, and then plus 5b to the x all squared. Okay, so when you do that, you get 2a to the 2x plus 5b to the x, and then you get 4a to the 4x minus 10a to the 2x b to the x plus 25 to the b to the 2x. Okay? Yeah, so that would be your answer for that part. Okay, so that's factoring using the sum of cubes and difference of cubes. So I hope that helped you understand a little bit.